Ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to be the second installment in the Overrated genre series. The first video was uploaded back in November 2010. That one covered country music. Today, I will be ranting about the second one of the three worst genres, rap music. Yes, rap music. More like, retards attempting poetry. What a boggle of the mind it is that rap music is reported as today's highest selling genre of music. And what's being sold? Albums and songs, 3 to 4 minutes, of some guy, most typically black, or Eminem, prattling their mouth off into a microphone with nothing important to say other than an emotional masturbatory diatribe of the most socially harrowing topics, like gathering armfuls of supposedly attractive bitches, robbing other hoodlums for marijuana, cocaine, crack, or methamphetamine, jaywalking, saying fuck the police, or beating one of your bitches. You know, the standard shit. It's only been 3 years since that complete moron Soulja Boy became ultra famous, with everyone making idiots of themselves by copying that idiotic fucking dance which anyone, even people with a trisomy, can pull off correctly. That song and dance were fucking retarded. Why did everyone like this asshole so fucking much? Seriously, the year in which Soulja Boy came out was the year that several bands had put out exceptional releases, all with more effort and talent than this Soulja Boy moron. But they didn't sell nearly as much as Soulja Boy as a collective. That's because those bands don't target the lowest common denominator of consumers, the surefire way to get you laughing to the bank. Rap music is not good for black communities or poor communities, both of which this music style is extended from. The harboring of the self-indulgent lifestyle imposed through the lyrics of those albums doesn't put the people of these underdeveloped communities, like Detroit, Brooklyn, St. Louis, Santa Fe, Los Angeles, Memphis, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and many other cities with ghettos, in a good mindset, and it only serves to increase their chances of enacting crimes described in the lyrics and further bolstering the prison system. Otherwise, it just generates in them a bad attitude about regular society in general. Many parents and politicians would often cite the lyrics of Marilyn Manson as sick and disgusting, but when was the last time you heard of a Marilyn Manson fan going to jail? Marilyn Manson has never once promoted violence in his lyrics and had actually criticized the right wing and their worship of gun rights back when he made the Hollywood record, which was after the Columbine shooting. Rather, it's usually black people who end up going to jail for robberies, gun violence, rape, and other gang-related issues. They appropriate the stylings of these rappers in their attire. They all wear t-shirts and pants that are better worn by fat people, and they also walk around with the waistband of their pants below their asses, so you can't see their underwear or boxers, or maybe sometimes just their ass crack. I've actually seen one guy at my high school like that. He looked to be about 280 pounds, anyway. And also, the way they wear chains and jewelry around their neck and in their fingers is always disproportionate to the rest of their attire and just doesn't look right on their body to begin with. But worse than that, the music can be described in a spectrum of laughable to non-existent. It is said that the music in rap albums is not even played with real instruments, but instead, they have a producer in the studio who samples parts of songs from other songs, many of which are of real musicians not in the rap genre. They do this for the bass line and the drum track, as well as other instruments, like keyboard lines. So, is anybody out there actually referring to these rappers as actual musicians? I can't suspect why anybody would be. You have bands and other artists who all do way more in the creation of their music than what these rappers do, ever. I've reviewed some rap albums in the past, some of which have been deleted due to the trolls false flagging my videos, and the rappers aren't even credited with any of the production work, which is all of the musical aspect of these albums. What the fuck? How else is their time being spent in the studio? Here are some of the most notable rappers of our time. Jay-Z. He's apparently super rich from his album sales, but then again, he used to deal drugs, and that's how he got a record contract. We all know this and we don't cart him off to jail. What's that all about? Soulja Boy. As I mentioned before, this is the moron of our time who made that song Crank That with that terrible preschooler keyboard melody and those dumb, meritless, sweeping bass booms every 4 measures. Everybody who did his dance back 4 years ago is an idiot and should be registered as one. Kanye West. The guy is a talentless moron who can't stop acting like an idiot when in public. A protege of Jay-Z, his music is the scourge and makes me want to waterboard myself. Lil Wayne. This guy has a terribly annoying voice and his lyrics are the epitome of the everyday rap shits, to quote Idian. His fanbase are the lowest common denominator group you can come across, aside from ICP Gigalo fans. 50 Cent. A rapper who has songs I can't even tell you the name of and are entirely unrecognizable. I believe this guy actually dealt drugs, too. Just like Jay-Z. Big Boy. This man is incredibly sleazy and carries with him a degenerate mindset about relationships and social issues, and his rap songs put one to sleep faster than Ambien. He also used to be in the rap duo Outkast with that one guy Andre 3000 who sang that song, Yeah, the pool party anthem, back in 2003. That guy sucks too. Eminem. One of the most sleazy fucking people on the face of the earth. He writes a lot of raps about being violent towards his mother, as well as attempting to portray a hackneyed psychotic murderer persona in his songs to try and appeal to other trailer trash white kids. If I were to write a thesis in why hip-hop is culturally unsafe for general audiences, this bastard would take up 2 paragraphs. His voice is unrelentingly grating on the ears and his song sample choices are as dull as rose art coloring crayons. Totally atonal and too musical. Chris Brown. He's not really a rapper, but I believe some people have said he has rap songs along with his usual R&B repertoire. He's a degenerate who beat up Rihanna 2 years ago and has released 2 new albums since then. Snoop Dogg. This guy is apparently the hip-hop ambassador of marijuana, given his gait and frequent mention of the substance scattered around his albums. He always looks shit-brained high out of his mind wherever he's filmed or photographed. He released that irritating song Drop It Like It's Hot, which I recall having heard in the school bus every day back in 2004 when it originally released. How in the name of fun can people call that song music? There's literally no melody to it. And his voice could be substituted for ambient CR. Kevin Federline. He's another one of those rare white rappers. His songs are the pure runny-fecal barrel of Eminem's work and I think most people would agree with this, since he hasn't even released an album since 2006. What a waste of money this bastard is. Tupac. His full name is actually Tupac Shakur, and many people referred to him as the greatest rapper of all time. He was a black supremacist and his songs were boring as watching golf. He was murdered by one of his fans shortly after his last album was released, back in 1997. The Notorious Big. He also goes by the name Biggie Smalls. Just like Tupac, this guy was murdered by one of his fans the same year, and just months before his sophomore studio album got released. What a waste. Having heard some of his songs from people at school, I can say that he likely has the most boring palate of anyone in the music industry. Everything on his albums is augmented blandness. It all puts me to sleep faster than chloroform would. If people aren't calling Tupac the greatest rapper who ever lived, then they are citing this fat asshole as the best. How could the general public's musical taste be so bland? And what switch his name? Is it implying that he's both fat and skinny? I'm sorry, but that's not possible.